Anonymous Watch Guy here with a long-term ownership review. Quick wrist check, wearing the Accutron Astronaut today. Loving this watch. Full review on that one coming soon. Today we're taking a look at a watch I've had in the collection for a long time. And technically you can't buy this exact version anymore. This is of course the Yema Superman Heritage. Yema does still sell one very similar to this in quartz. But not one with an automatic movement. They also now have a Yema Superman 500. That's a 500 meter dive watch. It's got their in-house movement in it that looks similar to this, but there are some differences. So if you're interested in a Yema Superman, you still can buy different variations, and you can probably find this version somewhere pre-owned. This one is from 2019. But this is a favorite in the collection. I've owned a couple Yema watches. I know sometimes they get a bad rap for QC issues. I've not had any issues with the Yema watches that I've purchased personally. But let's take a closer look at this Yema Superman Heritage. This is a 40 millimeter watch. It is 20 millimeters lug to lug. Just under 50 lug tip to lug tip. Actually, the strap opening is 20 millimeters. Lug to lug, it is 49.4. You do get drilled lugs on this version. Makes it easy to change, or easier to change the strap. 12.8 millimeters thick. You do have a screw down crown there at the 3 o'clock position that is signed with the Yema logo. Does give you 300 meters water resistance on this version. You see your 990 feet there on the dial, 300 meters water resistance. This is a sapphire crystal. Not sure if it has anti-reflective treatment, but it is a sapphire crystal and it looks really nice. Gives you a nice view of that beautiful Sunray dial there. Love the dial on this one. That's why this one is a favorite. Believe this version's either running one of Yema's in-house calibers or a Sellita. I actually took the case back off the watch. Didn't see any kind of markings that would lead me to believe it's a Sellita. So it looks kind of like one of Yema's in-house calibers. I'll assume that's what it is in this one. You've got your Yema logo printed up there beneath the 12 o'clock position and the Superman branding. And then 990 feet and automatic. Above the 6-year date window over there at the 3 o'clock position. Yema is known for that arrow tip style on the minute hand, and then you've got your shovel end on the seconds hand. Those are kind of trademarks of Yema. Another trademark of Yema, or a calling card, is this crown guard, the bezel lock, I should say. The bezel lock is engaged when the crown is screwed all the way down. You cannot turn the bezel. If I unscrew the crown, see that bezel lock disengages. Pull the crown out, and now I can turn the bezel. 120 click unidirectional bezel on this one. No back play. Really solid bezel action. Actually, it's a really nice fidgety bezel. I really like the bezel action on this one. And then, of course, when you screw the crown back down, the bezel lock engages again, and now you cannot turn the bezel. That's good, I guess, if you're setting the bezel to time a dive. This really isn't the greatest dive timing bezel per se. Then, you can't bump it and knock it off with that crown screwed in. But nice coin edging on the bezel, easy to grip, good bezel action. Love the Sunray blue dial. Just a huge fan of the overall look of this one. Beautiful dial. Solid finishing. You've got a mix of brushed and polished finishes on the watch. Got some brushing on the tops of this H-link bracelet. Lots of high polish though. Really nice looking watch. Definitely like just the kind of narrow mid case. It almost looks like it's 3 pieces. Interesting looking watch. You've got your crown guards, very sleek, narrow crown guards here on the crown. Crown is easy to operate and grip. H-link bracelet. Very comfortable, nicely done. Just a standard clasp that is signed with Yema. Just a fold-over clasp, partially milled. And then your case back is your Yema logo and some branding around the back there. Superman. And of course, Yema is based in France, so you've got some French on there. It is sized with split pins. This particular version of the watch also came with a leather strap with the French flag colors on a stitch and a signed Yema buckle there. Never worn it on the leather strap. I've kept it on this H-link bracelet. I think the bracelet's really solid on this watch. Definitely a fan of the Yema Superman dive watches. I think they're really cool watches. The Superman 500 that you can pick up now, it's over $1,200 US. It is a little pricey. The quartz version of this watch, it looks almost identical to this watch, and it's a quartz version. I think they're only around $400. So if you're looking for this look at a more affordable price, look for one of these pre-owned or pick up that quartz version of the Superman. I think it's a great looking watch. It's one that I've enjoyed having in the collection for several years now. Let's take a look at the lume and let's take a look and see what it looks like on my 7.5-inch wrist. Here's the lume on the watch. You can see it is a nice green glow. All your indices are lumed. Handset glows nicely. You got some lume on the end of that seconds hand as well. Not sure if it is C3, but it is a nice green glow. No complaints about the lume on this watch. It's pretty solid. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. You can see it wears very nicely. This H-link bracelet is very comfortable. 40 millimeters is a solid size. Sub 50 lug to lug. You can see there's plenty of room on my wrist, and it does curve down. It's not going to overhang. This will work for a lot of wrist sizes. Just love the blue dial on this one. I'm a sucker for a nice blue watch. And this one has always been a favorite in the collection because of that gorgeous Sunray blue dial on this one. The Yema Superman Heritage. If you liked the video, give me a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.